Welcome to Home Cinema and Tech Review. In this video, I'm going to review the Zeuslap Z18W. This is a foldable, portable, dual monitor setup, and it's connected to Minisforum X1 Pro. So why the hell the Huawei 16D or D16 is doing here? The reason is, this is a kind of like a benchmark for a MacBook screen, and as you can see, it can reach out similar brightness, but the advantage of this, instead of a glossy glass that could reflect anything outside and can be unusable like this is a matte finish, so you can use outside. And instead of this monitor, it is 120 Hz and 3 milliseconds, so you can game like this. If you're wondering the PC, it's Minisforum X1 Pro that I reviewed early in the channel. This is a beast of a device powered from AI9, AMD, HX370 and Radeon 890 built-in iGPU. So this is a beast of a device with an Oculink external eGPU support. So I'm going to take the laptop outside because we're going to focus on this. Right now it's running the Forza in the menu and also running 4K video playback right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit escape and I'm going to go. By the way, you're seeing it's very fluent, extremely. So I'm trusting this PC and hopefully I will switch to this PC from my laptop and I will get rid of the laptop. So this is a dual monitor setup, 18.5, two monitors. We got, as you can see, dual monitor setup. You can extend single cable connect to your laptop, single piece of very strong hinging system. And you all know by now, if you watch my videos, Z14W, Z15W, Z18, no exception, very solid device, but it's kind of like a heavy device. That's why it's fully built metal, just like this mini PC, like very similar material to Mac minis and MacBooks. So high-end material makes it heavier, but it's a very sturdy device. IPS panel, 60 Hz, 100 Hz, 120 Hz. Power delivery, 65 watts from here, so you can power up your laptop, charge your laptop, and also you can power up even your mini PC like this if your mini PC supports. 300 nits, you've seen it. It matches exactly the MacBook level of quality. sRGB 100% is going to give you the workability of a designer. On the fly, on the go, or portable side, 1000:1 contrast ratio. And like I said, 120 Hz, 3 milliseconds is best for gaming, so you can connect your consoles. 360-degree rotations. You're going to see all the movements in the end of the video. Physical part, the box opening part. And as you can see, when you flip it, you can do scenarios like showing the customers or your work colleagues what you're seeing in the screen, like a mirroring, so you can work with multiple people. And there's an extension mode like this, single cable extension, mirror mode. You got like separated mode that we are using. You can use clone, extension with single cable, and also filling system like we're going to look at the menu. And the portrait mode, you can rotate the screens and use them like Excel files, like longer lists and stuff. So you have a lot going on in the scenarios. So you can connect your gaming consoles because it's basically a gaming supporting gaming monitor, portable monitor. Steam Deck, PS4, 5, Xbox, and Nintendo that I don't care. And the size is 42.3 centimeters and 25.6 centimeters, and the thickness is 2 centimeters. So roughly my finger size. So technically this is a very portable device, but considerably it is heavier than 15 and 14-inch models. So if you're looking too much for portability, you can go to the 15 and 14-inch models like I did. But if you're not going to move it like from season to season, or if you're going to go outside and you need a bigger space, and this is the way to go. And if you're going to focus on gaming, and again, this is the way to go. The sRGB 100%, 77% for DCI-P3, and 72% for NTSC. And 8-bit color depth might not be the perfect match for ultimate designer's perspective, but it has good best view angles, and it has pretty good sRGB, more than enough, and 120 Hz refresh rate. What more could you want from a portable monitor standpoint? So what I'm going to do, show you how it works. As you can see, when I come here, it might be a little difficult for some people to understand the logic, but right now we have two separate monitors. So each monitor, you have to choose it, Zeuslap 1 and 2, and each monitor, you got to go from 60 to 100 D120Hz. You can go lower, but I don't recommend it. So technically, you have to choose each monitor one by one. So each monitor has 2 power and menu buttons, 2 joystick buttons, 2 3.5mm audio jack, and from this side you got 2 mini HDMI goes each one and 2 Type-Cs goes each one again, but with the single USB Type-C you can also do it. So the modes are important. When you hit the menu, this is the section that matters. So you can select Type-C 1, Type-C 2, HDMI 1. You can go clone mode. You can mirror with a single cable. You can go A to B expansion, what we are using right now, with a single Type-C cable, USB 4 cable, Type-C cable that supports video output. You can go sequence, like starts from here and ends from here as a single monitor with 2-piece. And then you can go standalone, which means 2 signal coming from 2 different cables like HDMI and Type-C. So you have to understand your system has to support multiple display from like this Minisforum X1 Pro or the laptop that I showed you, the Huawei D16 or 16D. So technically you can do it with a single cable. Just understand which model that you have as a laptop or mini PC. Is it going to be supporting single cable Type-C, dual monitor setup like this? So I think I've covered up entirely everything. So I'm going to go back and open up the browser and go to the video, and I am going to again get back to it. This could be industry standard like a Mac style, and this could be the Zeuslap Z18W to 18.5 inches. And some people ask, can it run without a power cable? Well, majority of laptops cannot back this power up with a single cable, visual and power source. So you need the power adapter. But with a one single adapter, you can charge your laptop and you can even maybe power up your mini PC depending on what kind of mini PC that you have and is it going to be supporting. And that's about it. I think I've covered nearly everything. You're going to see the physicals, box opening and etc. in the last section, close up, how sturdy it is. And that's about it. Let me know what you think about the Zeuslap Z18W. Would you be considering something like this? Or would you be considering the small size like a 14 and 15 like I did in the early videos if you're going to move around? Let me know what you think under the comment section below, what you want to see in the upcoming videos, and any critique I can listen to you guys. But if you haven't watched the Minisforum X1 Pro review, this is a beast of a device, 3 SSD built-in capacity, and a Ryzen 890M, which is a pretty powerful device. But with the Oculink, I can eGPU add anything to this device, and it is much cheaper considerably to AI9 HX395 Plus Max series. So this is a serious mini PC. So if you want me to review more mini PCs, don't forget to like, subscribe, hype for the effort if you want to support the channel. It's free, guys. Just support the channel by liking if you haven't already. Until the next video, bye from Home Cinema and Tech Review, and hoşça kalın from Türkiye, Istanbul. In this part of the video, again, we're going to take a look at how the physical system works. This is a big monitor setup. So if you open it like this, we don't have a touch screen, so this doesn't make sense. This scenario is not the way. The ideal scenario they planned is to open it up like this and put it with the legs. So I am already outside of the camera's angle. Let me just get the camera outside a bit so you can have a better idea. This is a real-time effect. So on the side, what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to take the feet off, but it's difficult. So normally you should think about opening the feet in advance, okay? Don't open up the monitor in the front. I want you to see this. I already knew that, but because it is tough, okay, this has to be very strong and they rely on this setup. So you should be opening up the feet or the arm, and then you're good to go to open up the hinge. But don't leave it like in the middle because it's heavy. It could go down. And I'm going to open it up like fully, and here we are. This is the setup when you're working, and I think it's clear enough. You're going to get a clear idea. So let me just show you, and probably quite a bit of interesting. This is a 16-inch laptop, okay? Let me just Take a look. Yes, this is a 16-inch laptop, Huawei D16 or 16D. You can clearly see how big and huge it is. So in terms of companionship, you can companion this. Since it's a gaming spec device, I think you should be looking out for 17-inch gaming laptops, or you can combine it with any small PC, mini PC that you probably see in the beginning with the gaming consoles. You can add like different setups, like gaming console here, handheld maybe, who knows, a mini PC and a laptop with the multiple inputs, and you're good to go. Each monitor will give you a different experience. So you can rotate it, okay? And when you rotate it like this, I think the buttons are, let me just feel it. Buttons could be pushed out. Let me just double check. Are they pushing? Yes, buttons are pushing. So these feet, I think they are not going to, protecting against pushing the buttons, but I'm not sure it's going to be, creating anything as, going into the menu by default. Once you put them like this, we're going to look at it. Is it going to be workable or not? I would wish for this product, just as a wish, okay, not something negative, but I would wish the inputs to be it will be a little thicker, but I would wish the inputs will be at the back, because this way, even with the 90-degree angles, you're going to have the cables, but they've solved this part of connection with the 90-degree rotating cables, and you already seen it in the beginning. So physical section is over from Zeuslap Z18W. Welcome to the box content section of Zeuslap Z18W. And I don't want to keep this section long, so I'm going to throw the box out, and I've already opened up the box content so you can see it easily, okay? And this is the monitor itself. Let's make it faster for you. So if you watch this video until now, you probably know about what I think of this projector and probably seen the tests. So a couple of things for physical qualities. You got a 90-degree Type-C to Type-C cable, better for cable hiding, I probably mentioned in the beginning, and two of them for each probably monitor if you're going to send signal from different channels or sources, like one for powering the device up, the other one is for sending as a display cable, and also you got a one HDMI regular flat cable and a 90-degree mini HDMI cable that you can see here. Because the connections of this device is mini HDMI, the HDMI goes into your laptop or your PC or your, who knows, Android device or console. So power adapter wise, it looks let me used to see from the other models, and we got 5 volts. Let me just do it like this: 3 amps, 9 volts, 3 amps, 12 volts, 3 amps, and 15 volts, 3 amps, 20 volts, 3.25 amps. So it's about 60 watts of a power supply, 65. So you can clearly charge any laptop, any mini PC, or any handheld if you like to use it with a handheld device, like a SteamOS devices. So I'm going to take everything from a side and take a look at this beast of a device capabilities. So fully metal, you can hear the sound, and that's obvious. We already know the Zeuslap build quality from the other videos. So the hinges are extremely strong. This should be, because this is an 18-inch huge device. And at the back we got a VESA mount, which is important because two 18-inch can be placed with a VESA mount arm any way you like. And of course this is a heavy device. So in that sense, using it on a VESA mount when the summer times comes in, or the spring, if you're traveling around like the vacations and stuff, that time you can unscrew it, maybe like thumb screws. You can take it out and then use it as a portable device. But consider, this is a kind of heavy model. So when you're going to pack it up, it's going to take a bit of weight. Get ready for that. And when we take a look at the feet, we got a big silicone or rubber feet at the bottom, long, and two slim design feet at here. I'm going to push it. This is tough, okay? It's not coming out easy because it needs to be very sturdy. Think about it. It's going to carry two 18-inch of basically huge monitors. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the hinges. But before that, I think, let me just clap the sound. So take a look at the connections first, and then we're going to move the object around. We got a power button. We got a power button for probably each monitor. And we got a joystick and up and down, joystick up and down, 2 of the 3.5 millimeter jacks. Probably for each monitor, you might have a separate audio output, and we have to check for that. We got a silicone feet around here and around here. You might think, what the hell is this? You can side bend it, I guess. They're thinking about like a vertical positioning. So I'm going to get the wider angle, don't worry, in this scene. So on the other side, we got a Type-C power, Type-C display port, mini HDMI input, again Type-C display and power, and again mini HDMI input if you're going to connect like a console, PC, if you don't have the Type-C output as well. So this was the physical part, and I want you to see the hinges. These are 360 rotatable hinges, and they are very practical. Let me just open up the device. It looks like pretty much a big old style ancient book, huge screen. Take a look at this. Okay, it's bigger than 2 hands, like 2.5 hand size. We got the logo here, Zeuslap, and I can bend it otherwise like this. And if you have the arm opened, like the leg opened, it will stay around like this. The main focus of this setup, it doesn't have too much of reflections, as you can see, because it is matte. So even with the thousands of watts of lights, you can't see my reflection. That'll be good for outside use of this device. With the 300 candela, the power is enough for outdoor use. And we're going to take a look at that in the conclusion section that you probably already watch. Since this is a physical part, let's get the camera angle different, and I will show you how this thing moves, and we will finish the physical part